Hello everyone and welcome back to Bailey Complains About Kid Shows That He Never Watched as a Child. Today we are watching Hilltop Hospital. And you might be asking, Bailey, why do you keep only watching British kids TV shows? What happened to Mario Party and other stuff? Hilltop Hospital is a British, French, German claymation television series created. Today I will be watching episodes 9, 11, and 2 from season 4 in that order. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And maybe even leave a comment down below of a show that you would like to see us watch later. Hilltop Hospital starts every episode with a 40-second intro. Well, a 36-second long intro. The first 4 seconds are just absolute silence until the song abruptly cuts in. Meet our main cast, a dog, a cat that almost hit the dog with a car, a disapproving hippo, this turtle who looks like a pervert, and these 2 creepy looking bears. All introduced through this banger of a theme song.
The doors are open, we can meet you, Hilltop Hospital.
The episode starts off with an octopus being rushed to the hospital because she's having a baby. This raises the question, how does an octopus have a baby? Huh, according to Google, octopi lay eggs. Oh god, that's not an egg at all!
It's a girl!
Anyway, everyone decides that the best way to deliver this baby is to take the octopus to an underwater LDR. For some reason, the octopus seemed fine on the surface, guys. You didn't have to flood your LDR. Also, before you comment about this being realistic to octopus birth, may I remind you, octopus baby! So everyone gets to go watch this bizarre feat of nature, except the nurse, whose name I just can't remember. She's gotta stay upstairs and keep an eye on this hospital, as well as Sarah, the octopus's kid. Sarah turns out to be kind of a brat though. She ends up dude-perfecting the bedpan onto the ceiling fan. Somehow? Also, this happens. Thanks for that, Hilltop Hospital. Nurse Kitty gets yelled at to do 4 different things at once, which understandably frustrates her.
Hang on, I've only got 1 pair of hands.
Do you think she gets an extra pair of hands? Like the title of the episode? Do you? Do you? On the subject, does this hospital just have 1 nurse? Like, no one else to help? Not even like a janitor or something? No? Well, I guess the creators just ran out of clay. What was supposed to be 1 childbirth somehow turned to 2, which then turned into 3 and rapidly keeps increasing. Google says an octopus can lay up to hundreds of thousands of eggs. We're gonna be here for a while. Sarah hits the kid in the head before fleeing the scene of the crime, and Nurse Kitty is still going, gee, sure wish I had some more hands. Sarah finds her way into a lab with 2 weasels? Gray bears?
This is one of the most scientific experiments we've ever done.
What are you doing?
We're just trying to establish
Scientifically.
whether lemonade is more powerful than ginger beer.
What? Nurse Kitty is practically running this hospital alone and these 2 are doing first grade science experiments? Sarah decides that she'll set back medicine for another 20 years and proceeds to mix things that probably should not be mixed, which causes a fire, I guess? I mean, it's lemonade and ginger beer? How did a reaction that strong occur? Okay, I thought I would take the experiment that the 2 little gray things were doing in the video and do it myself. So today we're going to be testing whether ginger beer or lemonade, just normal lemonade, is stronger. So first what they did was add in the lemonade, then they added in the ginger beer, and finally they took some of their magic powder and poured it into the drink to finally see what was stronger. Maybe if I just taste it, whichever taste comes out stronger is the one that is stronger. Nurse Kitty is all frustrated because literally no one will help her, and Sarah comes waltzing in like, so? I heard you could use an extra pair of hands.
Can I help, Nurse Kitty?
Nurse Kitty is like, nah, I'm good.
No, thank you, Sarah.
Which I get because Sarah is a literal child. Even if she had the best intention, there's not much she could do, or should do, at a hospital. Oh, wait, never mind. I guess she is helping out. Should she be adjusting that brace? I feel like the giraffe could get seriously hurt if it's done wrong. Wow, what a great episode. The moral of the story is if you need help, don't ask any of your coworkers or friends that could easily help you. Ask a child, because child labor is the best labor. Oh wait, we have 2 more of these.
The doors are open, we can meet you. Hilltop Hospital.
Nurse Kitty and this guy, who I'm gonna call Dr. Dog, are going on vacation together. Platonically. Kitty is telling this perverted turtle how she and Dr. Dog are gonna spend their holiday alone. On the beach. Just the 2 of them. Platonically. Platonically. But oh no! Dr. Dog wants to platonically dig up bones instead!
Looking for bones.
Sigh. I guess Nurse Kitty will have to go alone without her good friend, Dr. Dog. No time for that though, cause their patients are here. So these 2 cats are Siamese twins, though they aren't Siamese cats, and for their birthday present, they are getting separated. Hooray? I can name a better present. How about a Black Decker BPACT08WT portable air conditioner? I want that for my birthday. Of course, no one cares what I want, so the doctors begin to prep for the surgery. However, an issue arises. You see, Dr. Dog and this disapproving hippo can't decide which X-ray belongs to which twin. But don't worry, this perverted-looking turtle has some sage wisdom.
Very interesting. Have you noticed that these X-rays are exactly the same? Just as you'd expect of identical twins.
Of course they're the same. So?
Well then, because they're exactly the same, it doesn't matter which one's which.
No. I am not a doctor, but I can tell you for a fact that even if they're twins, you cannot just say, oh, they're the same. They're different. They're not the same. Also, are you sure you didn't just, take the same X-ray twice? They should be, the opposite of each other, instead of identical. Oh, I thought I'd mention these bears are making a present for the twins, and these gray bears are making a cake for the twins. This somehow relates to the moral of the story, but that's not important. Instead, listen to this bear's fake laugh. I haven't mentioned this yet, but the twins keep on bickering constantly about what they want and what to do, which is understandable because, they have been tied together since birth. But then they say this?
I want my own wheelchair. Yes, and I want my own wheelchair.
How? You guys are, joints at the hip. You can't have separate wheelchairs. That's literally impossible.
Am I having the same as her? I want a different anesthetic. Yes, I want a different one too.
What kind of person asks for a different kind of anesthetic? Sorry, Doc, I don't want pentothal if they're having it. I would much rather have, Ketalar. Yeah, I want, give me Ketalar. The doctors get sick of their arguing and decide to double their dose. Then, we get this really cute dream montage of the girls doing things together, which is a way better idea than showing the surgery. Suddenly, one of the girls wakes up. Yeah, turns out identical twins don't have the same X-rays. Oops. And now that they are separated, the twins realize they really liked being stuck together. Looks like we gotta put them back together. The twins celebrate their birthday together with this crappy looking cake, and everyone learns the valuable lesson of compromise. Except they don't, because it turns out that the cat and the dog really wanted to go to the same place. Hooray! No one had to give up what they want for the person they love. I'm sure this won't have consequences later down the line. Also, the turtle decides, yeah, I'll go on vacation at this place too, even though these 2 clearly want some alone time.
Oh, I think this speech is big enough for us all to share, Dr. Matthews.
What a pervert.
The doors are open, we can meet you. Hilltop Hospital.
The last episode starts with this.
There's been an accident. Riot.
This show is dark! Also, look at this police car. Why is there a jail on the back of it? So passerbys can know that you're a criminal? What if you just need a ride home? So Dr. Dog is showing off his new car to Nurse Kitty. Platonically. And he decides it would be best to take his car out for a joyride. Why does his car have 2 steering wheels? Why do all cars have 2 steering wheels? Dr. Dog apparently sucks at driving and almost kills the hospital's only surgeon. Nurse Kitty rightfully calls him out, despite almost killing him with her car in her intro. And you might think the moral of the story is safe driving. I mean, after all, they did just crash.
Are you all right, Dr. Matthews?
Yes. Just a bit sad about the car. I've only just had it repaired.
Good job we were wearing our seatbelts.
No, no, no. You can crash all you want as long as you're wearing your seatbelt. So, this kid didn't wear her seatbelt.
Should have been wearing seatbelts.
Guys, you're right, don't get me wrong. But you shouldn't say that in front of the literal mother and little brother. That's kind of a jerk move. On the subject, 90% of this episode is the characters going, "Wear your seatbelt," or "I wear my seatbelt," or "If only the seatbelt was worn." I say 90% because the other 10% is this guy who doesn't wear a seatbelt at all because he is awesome. A real daredevil this one is. No, like, that's actually his profession. Also, this happens.
What could I do, Bob? I want to make Wonder wake up.
There's nothing we can do, Walter. Wonder needs an operation.
Can I do an operation? I've got a stethoscope.
No, only a doctor can do that.
But what could I do? I want to help.
Why don't you fetch me a cup of water? There's a machine in the corridor.
This kid goes wandering off and meets the two gray weasels testing out a safety helmet for the disapproving hippo. The kid almost breaks his neck and they all have a good laugh about it. The doctors have to operate on the weasel, the patients, not the twins. And this guy, who doesn't believe in seatbelts, rushes in to comfort his wife. "No, shoulda worn a seatbelt." Just kidding, she wakes up and this guy decides that seatbelts are rad. Also, this kid comes in with two upside down helmets, safety seats. Helmets are not safety seats. See, look at it! How he's wobbling, that's not safe! The episode ends with Dr. Dog fixing his car up and he and Nurse Kitty shaming their co-worker for wearing a helmet.
Tell me, Kitty, is it my imagination? Or is Sally wearing a safety seat on her head?
Because if it's not a seatbelt, it's fair game to be mocked. So, that was Hilltop Hospital. In all honesty, it's a very cute show, with a lot of subjects that aren't really covered in most children media. That being said, if I ever get sick or if I get injured, do not take me to the Hilltop Hospital. Whatever you do, please, please, please. In all seriousness, ditching the mic, this was a very fun episode. It is strange to be away from Numberjacks, even if I might be going back once we hit 5,000 subscribers. But in seriousness, this was a fun episode to make. If you have any other kids shows, like older people shows, soap operas, any kind of show that you want me to make a video on, just leave it in the comments below. Subscribe, turn on notifications, all that junk. I hope you enjoy. I can cut that up to sound good.